I also heard it wasn't good to like point your feet towards people when you're when you're doing audio recordings. It's better to have your legs going away. It's a guy thing that people like put their foot towards people. So anyways, we're ready to start? Okay. We're back for another episode of Within the Glasswood Forest. I'm no longer going to say what episode it is because I'm telling you every single time that we've done this, I've messed up whatever episode it is. And the thing is we're not even like Joanna Penn has like episode 635. She gets it right every single time. We're on like episode 8, 9, or 10, and I cannot figure out for the life of me once we start recording which number to say. So moving forward, for the sake of anybody listening so they don't go back and say, this guy doesn't even know how to count, I'm just gonna say this is a new episode, so there we go. That said, today, our theme, we just wanna talk a little bit about the power of storytelling. We think it's, obviously, as a children's publishing company, it's extremely valuable, but more than just the ability to tell stories, I just want to kind of explore the power of telling stories, like what it did for me as a child, what it did for me as a father, what it does for me, you know, wherever it is on the job. Just the ability of captivation and the ability to get someone's attention, whether that's a group of people sitting down just watching a movie or sitting around a campfire. We're going to kind of talk about a little bit of all of those things. But before we get into that, we want to give a couple of updates on Pete Amato and the work that he's putting in for his children's book. But I also want to talk a little bit about Nicole Smith-Schultz book, My Baby Doll, which is available right now on our website. And also we have a couple of updates on one of the children's books that you and I are working on with Ernest. So Ernest and the Berry Disaster, and also the much larger chapter book that we're working on under the Eden J. Spark, the Crimson Mural, which I can talk pretty much this entire podcast just about that one book because there's so much going on in that world. We'll have to say that for another day, especially once we start reading those books to the public. We will be doing that we for free on YouTube or whatever platform you're on. People can just listen in and go chapter by chapter for the chapter books. I think there's a lot of value in the ones that we're writing for people to be able to just listen in. And then also it'll be, it's available for purchase as an audiobook once it comes out on all of the platforms, as well as a PDF, and then obviously, which is my favorite way to read, just the actual physical book itself. So it'll be available in any format that exists today. All right, so with Pete, everything's progressing really well. He's been working tirelessly on his book. We've been having several meetings, and I think that hopefully within the next month or two, we start to drop a little bit of news online. We'll start sharing some posts about the book and a little bit of the artwork that he's been working on. And then we're really hoping that within the next month or two, that book will also be available for purchase. Pete's books are outstanding. He writes from the heart. He writes about his children. He creates these stories that are inspired for his children. And I just think it's really cool, especially, him having boys of his own, to be able to write and bring those characters to life. I think that people are just going to really gravitate towards those books because they're so genuine and they're so real.
They are very sweet.
The second thing we were going to talk about as far as an update for Glasswood Storyworks was Nicole Smith-Schultz's book, My Baby Doll.
Okay.
If you haven't already purchased it, go to our website, glasswoodstoryworks.com. You can check out our store. We've got several books for sale on our website. It doesn't matter what you're into. Number one, if you're a mother and you want to have a story that lasts a lifetime, that really speaks to the soul of what it means to be a mother and to hand something down to the next generation, it's definitely a book worth purchasing to be able to read to your family and to give to that child and share that joy with them. Also, you don't have to be a mother to buy the book. That's the other thing. There's plenty of husbands out there. If you're looking to treat your wife, I'm telling you, guys, if you want someone to feel special, to be heard, to be recognized, go to our website, buy My Baby Doll for your wife, surprise them with this book. I'm telling you, when they see it, they're gonna be like, how did you know this is how I felt? This is the perfect story. And the reason it is because Nicole Smith, she wrote the book from her heart. She wrote this book about her daughter, and it's just one of those stories that when you read it, you're like, this is exactly what it means, not just for motherhood, but as a parent in general. You feel every word that she's written. So guys, if you're listening and you want to get out of the doghouse, you go buy this book. If you're listening and you missed Valentine's or you missed Mother's Day, go buy this book because you need to make up for that anyways. She's looking at me like this book speaks to the mother, and it'll win you all kind of brownie points. So you'll get out of the doghouse, and then life will be smooth from there until you mess up again, of course. So Ernest and the Berry Disaster, we shared what the cover image looks like in the last podcast. So if you haven't seen that cover image, go check out the last podcast. Within the first several minutes of that podcast, you'll see the cover image. It's a wonderful story. We are working hard at getting it completed. However, with so many things going on in life, we haven't made the same progress that we would have liked to. So we're a little bit behind schedule on that. I apologize to everyone who is anticipating, because I've told so many people about the book and continue to advertise about the book. But Ernest it will be completed in the coming months. We are in the final productions, just working on the art illustrations, which, if anybody out there understands how complex and how time sensitive it is to create artwork, it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work to make quality artwork, especially in a day and age where stuff gets put out, within a day, and you can tell the difference of something that was made within a few seconds versus something that was crafted and developed over a little bit longer period of time, because there's just so much more dedication and heart put into it. So we're continuing to push forward on it, and we cannot wait to be able to share share Ernest and the Berry Disaster with everyone. It's going to be a great story. I think it's funny, and when I'm doing the artwork, I just have a blast doing the artwork. So read whatever the section is. I'll just pick a good section to say, okay, here's the words for this part of the book, and I'll start writing them down. And I get it off to the side, and I just start reading it in my head many times until I can. I'll read it in my head many times until I can envision like a scene that'll take place, because I want to make sure that I love being able to read a book, and before I read the words of the book, I instantly kind of already know what's about to happen. Yeah. Within a few seconds, you open it up and you see a character falling or slipping in the mud, and then there's enough of context clues that the kid's going to be able to gravitate towards that story. It's going to pull them along. So I really try to focus on that pretty aggressively. Is this something that, because this book is for very young children, is it something that a 6, 7, 8-year-old, if they looked at this page, if they looked at the artwork, would they be able to instantly know what we're about to lead them and guide them through this story on? So I'm having a blast doing it. I think that there's one scene in particular, the one with inside the classroom. So there's a small scene inside the classroom. We're just giving you little nuggets here, but there's a small scene inside the classroom where Ernest just looks super disheveled, like he's all besides himself. There's a mess all over the place because he's such a big dinosaur. His teacher is just looking at him like, oh my goodness, if I can just go one day without this kid destroying this room.
Puff.
Yes. She's like Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob, so to speak, which is you could just see the love in her eyes for the children, but also just my goodness, if this kid could just get it together, life would be so much easier. And I just think it's so funny because there's just such a big mess, and he is just he's sorry, but he's also kind of it's not my fault, I'm just having a good time, and what I also like doing is sneaking in, and I think it's going to be better for the parents. When I think you said when you were a kid, you used to pull out a magnifying glass on certain books
to see things I don't want to.
All right, just to get a little closer. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm sneaking little bitty things inside the corners, on the chalkboard where somebody might have wrote a message, the teacher's hey, good morning, and this, and then somebody comes back, one of the little kids has a piece of chalk maybe, and they've already written a little message in there. And I just think stuff like that's so funny because it's you would have been
the kid writing that stuff on the chalk.
100 would have. Yes, 100%. If I could have been the kid who snuck into class before everybody else got there, you best believe I'd have had something on the chalkboard. Possibly would have got sent to the principal's office over it.
I feel like this is not a possibility. I feel like you've done this.
I can neither confirm nor deny. And
I'll have to ask your mom.
Consider you're not a judge. I don't have to plead the fifth, but I'm telling you, I've had my fair share of chalk incidents, yeah. So the next thing we were going to talk about was the Crimson Mural, which is our chapter book with our pen name Eden J. Spark, and that book is still in editing. It's a very large book. I mean, it's 40 plus chapters.
It's going to take some time.
It's going to take a little bit of time to get it out. And also, we're still contemplating what that book cover needs to look like. I have a really good idea in my head of what I would like to see, but I'm gonna probably come to you with like, I don't know, 20 different options before we nail it down to like the top 5, and then from there maybe pick one of them, and then because I'm so double-minded, I might end up changing my mind at the last minute and say, okay, hold on, let's rethink this. But I think it's important to pick a good book cover for the Crimson Mural that really helps give it a identity, because just like every page within a picture book, I want the cover to speak for itself, and that doesn't mean it has to be loud. I love book covers that are very simple.
Well, I think it just depends on what piques your interest. Because I picked books to read just because the cover, it's not that it was special in any way. I liked the way it was designed.
Right.
I liked the artwork on it.
Well, they like to say don't judge a book by its cover, but it's a multi-million-dollar art industry that specifically is dedicated to just doing book cover art.
Yeah.
So there's a reason. That said, I've noticed over time, like I said, there's a couple of books that we have here in the house where the covers are so simple, especially the matte color books. I love matte textured colors. That's just I'm a stickler for that. I feel like the high gloss is not nearly as attractive to me to pick up a book off the shelf, but that's not necessarily what a kid would like. They probably want more vibrant colors. Whereas I like something more earth tone. Like if it looks like the book's been through the rough, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a really good story. So I'm really interested in kind of seeing where we go with that one. I have this vision in my head, and again, we're going to talk a little bit about the Crimson Mural, not a lot. I want people to, I'm going to drip feed some of this intentionally because I'm very passionate about the words that are written on those pages, because number one, I wrote nearly a third of the book and then scrapped it all, rewrote the book so I could cater towards a younger audience, but at the same time, it has a very mature theme, and I think it's a lot of learning within all of the pages. I mean, I put heart and soul into the book that I didn't even know was there.
It's very heartfelt.
Yeah, but it's also an exciting story. It's also full of adventure. It's full of everything a kid would want, but it's also I think it's gonna pull on some heartstrings. That's the intent, because I felt it writing them.
You definitely got that.
That book is special to me, and obviously the Crimson Mural is gonna be at least a saga. I'm thinking 3 books maybe. There's so many stories that we have in the queue to continue to write. I cannot, for the life of me, think like how long it's going to take to, like, some people write, 15, 20 books in a, like, for instance, The Wheel of Time. Think about that. There's no time to ever write anything else. And how many ideas do we have circulating? How many ideas have we set in a recorder? Because
I get it, but you have to think they're probably just focusing purposely on that.
Right.
And some people are blessed enough to have the opportunity to only focus on the writing aspect, not also family and full-time job. And
right, that's very true.
It's hard. It's hard to, you're also a workaholic.
I can't help it. But I have some great ideas. You've helped me come up with some fantastic book ideas, and I can't wait to write them. The one that you started on, I'm going to help finish it. Mm-hmm. And it's about the Mystic Library. We don't really have an official title yet, I know that, but it's about a magical library, and that book is coming. But obviously, it's probably not going to be this year.
No,
but
we're still on the editing phase of the Crimson Mural, so that's not.
But it is coming, and then road ahead after that. These are all books that will be under our pen name for a little bit of an older audience. So Eden J. Spark.
Yeah.
But the next one that I was thinking of writing, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but this book will be written. Now, we've already got it written down. But essentially, it's like a space invasion kind of takes place, and I've got like this. And I don't know if it's just because we were so wrapped up with Stranger Things at the time, but like that 1980s vibe is what I want. And I want the book to be kind of based in that time frame. And I'm not an 80s child, but
No, we were 90s kids, but I think your issue is your mom was such an 80s, like everything she did was in the 80s. That's why like the music you listen to work out, I know. It screams your mom.
Well, I want all of that theme.
I could just see her hair all
absolutely
tall.
So that's what I want. And in the book, I'm telling you, I can't wait to read it because I have so much I'm ready to write, and I can just hear the book starting off and inside of an arcade, and then the invasion happens.
Wasn't it also like a little bit of inspiration from the Minecraft movie?
A little bit of that too. Just that movie saw Minecraft. Jason Momoa. Is that how you say his name, right?
I have no idea.
Well, hopefully I didn't butcher that the last time.
We know Jason.
Yes. So I don't want to butcher it. But that said, that scene with him, and I don't even know if he was actually at an arcade in that movie. Yes, he was. But that was so inspiring to see that little scene, because I'm like, oh, this would be, obviously it went in a different direction. But just that scene was inspiring because I liked the arcade. I liked the 80s vibe. He was obviously stuck in the past.
I was going to say, he never came out. He was like blast from the past.
Yes, but that's what made his character so likable and funny. But in this one, it would be like it's legitimately in the 80s. And the book's going to start out, I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I know it's going to start out somewhere similar. There's going to be a news broadcaster. There's going to be it's the finals of some game that we're going to make up where they're in some sort of like high intense arcade competition, and it's going to be a news broadcaster with a very crisp comb over, heavy bald spot, and he's going to be like, this is your announcer, this is WKBLC at your Wichita County grand finale of yours truly, and he's going to go straight into announcing all of the stuff that's going down within the arcade championship. And then all of a sudden somebody's gonna be like, yo, like, quiet down, look at the news. And you're gonna hear when they turn on like an old tube television that's high up in the corner. And then from there, they're gonna see like, I'm thinking in like a New York or like a Chicago style city where people are like, there's news broadcasters that are like, we're here live on the scene, and we don't know what these aircrafts are. There's definitely unidentified objects floating through this, and then it's gonna blow up, and it's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna go bananas instantly. And I have this vision of where the character's going. That's probably enough, because you're telling a lot. We're gonna stop there because, number one, this story, somebody else is going to write something very similar. There's so many ideas out there.
No, we've had so many ideas about doing certain things, and I told you the other day, I remember arguing with you saying, no, nobody's ever going to do that. That's not, it was about a certain idea we had.
Yes.
And then lo and behold,
somebody's got a full-time business doing it.
Yes. And I was like, I should have jumped on that when I had the chance.
Yep. Well, that said, whoever's out there that's going to write the book similar, go for it. There's a big ocean of people out there that are ready to swallow up stories. So I encourage you, write that story. I don't care how in line it is with what we're writing. I am so excited to get to that book, though. Like, I cannot wait to write that book. I can't wait to write that book because I also love Ready Player One. Ready Player Two was also pretty good, but the first book it's really hard to replicate a nostalgic feel twice, because then you're also trying to replicate the feeling of the first book, if that makes any sense. Like, Ready Player One hit every mark it's a very futuristic story about characters doing all of these things that are like 80s style retro gaming. The movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But I will say this, what I really liked about Ready Player One, the movie, was the fact that they did change a significant amount of the challenges that the characters, that they had to go through to get to the end. Whereas in the book, it was totally different. It was like more Dungeons and Dragons right from the very beginning. And there was so many other obstacles that they had to face and so many other challenges, which I thought one of the coolest ones. And if you've read the book, let me know in the comments below what your favorite scene out of the book was. For me, there was a scene in the book. There's a chapter in the book where they get sucked into a game where you relive movies as the main character of the movie.
Like Jumanji? But the game?
So essentially, say Jumanji the movie exists.
Yeah.
You got sucked into it, and you're either what's her name? She actually played in Spider-Man.
I don't know
Isn't that her?
I
The
don't
same
know
girl?
her name. I don't know.
So you're either, I could be wrong on that.
I know you're talking about the Ruby Roundhouse character, right?
Yeah, so you're either her or say you're Robin Williams, and you have to play his part in the movie. So in the book, that's what would happen. It was very similar. There was a few movie scenes that you have to reenact them, and that's the game. How well do you remember the movie? Because you have to rehearse you have to be able to recite the lines, play the part out from the movie. And I just thought, like, as a kid, that would have been the coolest experience ever to actually have that happen. That's the closest to like Blue's Clues whenever he jumps through a painting and he's inside of a world. I love Blue's Clues. I was a Blue's Clues fanatic as a kid.
I was watching, like, you know, at a young age, I didn't really watch many kiddie cartoons. I watched, you know, Terminator and Power Rangers. That was like about as kiddie as it got for me. Power Rangers was not kiddie. Power Rangers was legitimate. I'm trying to get you addicted to it. I still like the Power Rangers.
Yes, and I'm trying to get him to watch like our Power Rangers.
Yeah, because they're okay, the newer ones, but it's not the same. Because I feel like that's where we're so stuck into. We're pretty old.
We're not old.
We may not be
even though a lot of people
old,
say we are.
But inside, yeah.
If
Joshua
you listen and you see this, you know
old.
who you are. We're not old.
And yes, we are sort of old on the inside.
But no, Power Rangers was really cool. But yeah, Ready Player One, I really liked the fact that book had that nostalgic feel. It captured it. Book 2 came out years later. It was also really good. I did love that book as well, but it just didn't have the same magic. And I think it's just because
the storytelling was not quite as
well. For me, it's like it's very similar to the feeling Dorothy had when the wizard revealed himself. You're like, you can't reveal yourself twice.
Nope.
Once the curtain's been pulled,
that's it.
The magic's out. It's out the bag.
Yeah.
And after that, it's really hard to re-replicate that same feeling. They did a pretty good job, but for people that have read both the books, like, I'm curious to know what your opinions are on it. They're both fantastic, but it's really hard to replicate that same nostalgic magic. And I keep that here for everything that we're going to work on. Because
there's like certain movies and stories that are told they keep going at them, trying to make them, you know, just as good. And you should have just stopped it, let it be done, because all you did was ruin the magic. Yeah, and this isn't to say that it's not going to be good, because it might actually be really good. So I saw on social media that they're going to make a Top Gun 3. Okay. So Tom Cruise is coming back for another Top Gun. Supposedly, I don't know if it's legitimate or not. I did see the post, and I'm like, okay, it was. I don't know how many years passed between the first Top Gun and the second one. That's one where they beat the odds. They came back and made a movie that literally delivered on all fronts. That movie was so good. It was so good. Now there's a possibility of a third one coming out, and I'm like, I don't know if you can. And here's another example, and a lot of people might not like this one. They did the same thing. One of our favorite movies around fall is Hocus Pocus. Oh. Right. So Hocus Pocus 2 comes out 20-something years later, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. I still like the first one better, though. Like the first one, the original. I feel like that's where it goes. We are just like all the older people that we used to fuss about when we were younger. Yeah. No, but that's a legitimate. But kids might find that second movie better, like a younger audience. I think it connects with a younger audience because they did a really good job picking those kids, though. They did. That little girl did such a good job. They were really good. All of them, but yeah, I think Winnie. But supposedly they're making a third Hocus Pocus, and it's man, it took you 20-something years to make the second one, but it only takes about 3 or 4 years, I think. I don't know when that came out now, but to make the third one. Hopefully they can deliver a story, because here's the thing, you cannot lean into the nostalgic feel of the first movie. You now need a story that stands on its own, that's not saying, oh, remember all the best parts of the first movie, because you can do that once and everyone they'll appreciate it, because that's why we're coming back. We're coming back because we're ready to see the Sanderson sisters do a bunch of crazy stuff. Like instead of being on a vacuum, which broom, she's on Roombas now. And that to me was like, that's how you step up. Like, that's how you pay homage to the first movie by making something even funnier. It's really hard for people to come back for a third time and do that again without them saying like, all right, now you're just beating a dead horse. Let's move on.
But if they come back with a fresh story that's totally different and lets it.
But it's how do you do that? Because
they can do it.
I mean, I guess you're right. Mm-hmm. It's always so recycled, and it's not even genuine. It's just thrown out there. It's like
and that's the problem. If the intent, which most production companies are, their intent is to make a profit.
Obviously,
rightfully so. But if the intent is to purely make money down to the people that are producing the film versus, okay, the business side, its job is to make money, but the people that are writing the story, the screenwriters, their job is to make something that lasts forever. As long as that magic is happening, it will succeed.
But I don't know, it's just everything's so overused. Are they doing a Moana?
They are.
Moana?
Yes.
You see, and I'm not saying I'm against it, but I didn't like a lot of things I've seen.
I thought it was an SNL skit. Like, I didn't really expect them to.
It might be fake. I don't know.
Like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is such a big guy already. Just cover him in tattoos and give him the fish hook. Yeah, he could have
been left alone.
But for whatever reason,
they made his body so big.
They tried to. At least this is all we've seen in the trailers so far. He's the only character that I've seen, at least in the trailer, where they've tried to not only replicate his voice, obviously, by picking the same voice actor, but they're trying to replicate his cartoon-shaped body.
Yeah,
but they're not doing that with anyone else in the film. The Moana is just a normal girl.
Yeah,
She's got a normal character, like a normal human body, but they're giving him, the demigod, this like abstract figure.
They messed Maui up.
But they didn't change his face. Like, it's just The Rock's, like, and it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson as of today. Like, he is.
Like I said, though,
he's thin and fitter.
But it doesn't matter. They could have still left him alone. He's still a big enough. I don't know how big he is, but
it's just odd that they did it.
He's still, fit enough to just
look. It might be one of those movies where it's still so awesome that we just like. That we completely change our minds over it. But I will say this.
Because I like Moana, but the cartoon one is really good. It's my favorite.
Yeah. So CGI doesn't necessarily always win. I mean, look what they did with Sonic. They had to go back to the drawing board and re-change everything about the movie. That said, today's episode was supposed to be about storytelling.
The power of storytelling.
This is all kind of correlated because you can have.
I did bring that in there though.
You did. You can have a little bit of rough aesthetics, but if the story is good, people will come back. So we're still on track.
Sort of. That's us in a nutshell though.
Sometimes I will have something on my mind, and if I walk into another room, I lose it. All I do is walk through the door, and it'll be like, what was I thinking about? What was I coming in here for?
Yeah, like what am I doing in here?
Like I phased through another dimension and every thought just washed out. And I'm like, this is scary. Like I might have to go get checked out. Something's wrong. That happens a lot.
Your mom did say that they wanted to put you on medicine.
Yeah, thankfully they didn't, but
she didn't let them.
No, she didn't. She was like, no, just we'll put him in baseball instead. And I hit a home run because of that. You
also broke your teeth.
I did. I did break my teeth. Thanks a lot.
Several times.
Yes, twice actually.
We had a kid break the arm.
For context, I did not break my teeth twice playing baseball.
Not baseball.
I broke my teeth. I broke my front tooth, this one right in the front. Now people are going to be like pausing and trying to zoom in on this video to see this fake tooth of mine. But I broke my tooth the first time because my mother told me we were eating spaghetti for supper. And we grew up with my dad. He was like a tinker. He was always, and he's still to this day.
Yes.
He's always messing with things and building things, and like he'll be in the backyard. He'll have a fire going, and he'll be building a birdhouse or something, right? But we'll just show up, and it's the most random thing. You're like, Dad,
remember the things he did with the signs?
Yes, he was just making random signs, and then he would hang them along the insides of the fence, and they end up looking really cool. But it's like, how do you get these ideas to just do these things? But that said, because of all of this, like most older people, my dad had a vice grip bolted to his picnic table, and lo and behold, who's excited about spaghetti?
So that's what got you?
Yes, I'm jumping up and down, and I'm like so excited. I'm like, yay, spaghetti! And my mom's like, calm down before you hurt your. Boom! My mouth hit the top of the vice grip.
Poor thing.
We never even found the tooth because the picnic table was sitting in a bunch of gravel. So it's just gone. we looked forever, and I'm like, oh man, the tooth fairy, I gotta have that. Like, I need this tooth, or else I'm not gonna get that $5. And my mom's more worried about the fact that the nerve is hanging out of my tooth. Yeah. And I'm crying, I want my tooth, I want my money. And lo and behold, they had to pull my tooth, so I didn't have a front tooth in that spot forever, because it wasn't nearly ready to fall out. That's the first time. You fast forward a few years. Now, this is why storytelling is so beautiful. Some people can do this. Some people
can do it.
That's my point.
You're really
I can do it. I can do it because I enjoy making you smile. I enjoy making people laugh. So there's always a million words running through my head. And if you can stay on the bandwidth to keep those juices flowing, I feel at least that I can tell an excellent story.
Well, I think the part with me and you is that we're both scatterbrained. So it's like any trail you start throwing, I'm just going to be like, okay.
Yes, you have to follow it.
I'm just going to follow it.
Tooth's gone. They had to pull it, and all that time goes by, and I didn't have a tooth in the front of my mouth for years.
I was gapped by 4 teeth until I was like 10, 11.
Oh yeah, you had that old sucker and succotash.
It's funny.
But I did too. That was the problem.
I got these big chicklets.
So finally, one day, a tooth starts coming through, and I'm like, yay, I'm gonna be like a normal person again, like a normal kid. It didn't stop me from being me. I was absolutely bananas. I was bouncing off the walls and kicking stuff and flipping over. I almost knocked out the other tooth so many times. My mom was always freaking out.
I got rid of you. I'm telling you right now. You just been gone.
Oh yeah, we were insane. I barely had my tooth back.
I say that and I got 2 of them just like you. My goodness.
Well, my cousin Bethany, I don't know if she's...
Poor thing.
Yeah, she listens into probably some of these. But if she sees this one in particular, hopefully she shares it on her page. We were just different. Maybe not different. I feel like people like to say. Well, most kids say they're different, and then come to find out we're pretty much just all the same.
We're all the same.
And there was this time when I accidentally whopped her upside the head with a baseball bat because I convinced her.
Stand here.
Right. I was like, no. Our coach he taught us exactly how to swing this baseball bat. If you stand exactly right here and we put the bat between us, when I swing it, I'm so good, it's not gonna touch you. And she's like, okay. And my cousin Chris, he was there at the time, and sorry about that. My cousin Chris actually passed away. So that is every time. Sometimes when I say his name, it's like I almost go to forget.
Yeah.
And it hits me. But yeah, it was me and Bethany and Chris, and she just goes along with it. And next thing I know, I line up, bat out, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to swing, give it a little test swing, and I'm like, all right, we're good. And I'm like, big gap tooth. Like, she should have known. Like, I don't even have a front tooth. Why would you trust me? I swing this bat, and she's like, you've watched, what's that dumb movie called that we love? Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh yeah.
When he clobbed him upside the head, was that John Goodman? Is that his name? The big one? Mm-hmm. He was big at the time. Yeah, when he hit old boy upside the head and that coin went flying, that was Bethany in the front yard of our house. She just lights out in the front yard in the grass. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I've been crapping bricks.
It was so bad. The worst part was, with my big old gap teeth, I'm just laughing. Like, I nearly killed her, and I could not stop laughing. The sound that the bat made was so pure. I guarantee you, if she would have been a baseball, it would have been a home run. Like, I hit a home run before, so I know the sound. Like, it sounded... That's
messed up so bad. And back to the sound, though. Like, you used to get on to me when we'd run over things, and I'd bust out laughing because
yes.
It just... I don't know.
Well, see, but that's different.
No, it's not.
Yes, like, you run over a poor little animal.
I'm not saying it's funny. I'm just saying the sound, like, it makes me laugh.
That's messed up.
More of a particular gonk.
My goodness. Yes, well, we each have our own thing. But that, for me, the sound of that baseball bat hitting her upside the head.
It just tickled you pink.
She knows I know how to swing a bat.
I bet she does.
It wasn't accurate, except for the fact that obviously I knew exactly where her head was.
I don't know. You're pretty accurate with aim now. Maybe that was the lesson you needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after that, I was like, okay, here's the new
You're fairly
rule.
accurate.
Never hit someone in the head again with a bat. Obviously, Bethany, till this day,
I've heard this story so many times.
I can't help it, but that's the beautiful thing about telling stories.
I love hearing it over and over, especially from Bethany. I feel like she tells it better.
Well, she has a distinctive memory that's a little bit different. She was on the opposite end of the bat.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'll do that, huh?
Yeah, it happens. I don't know what she felt. I know what I heard.
What I heard.
It sounded like it hurt really, really bad.
I think it did.
Yeah.
She said she had a lower.
Oh, she did. It was literally like Looney Tunes style. Like it wouldn't stop growing. And we're both out there, me and Chris, like, shh, it's okay. Like we're gonna make it go. It's gonna get smaller before they come outside.
The memes, don't tell mom.
Yeah. Right. I was just more afraid it was gonna.
I barely hit you.
Right. It would turn into a situation where they're like, hold him down. Yeah, I'm gonna get him back, and I've got to take the lick next. Yeah, that would have been.
That's just insane.
Yeah, it would have been horrible. That said, fast forward a few years, we're growing up in town. It was me and all my friends. We played baseball. I loved baseball. I was a good catcher.
I remember.
I loved playing first base. I liked outfield a little bit, but I didn't like it as much because I would get distracted with just like everything else going on. Because I feel like first base and catcher, when I played both those positions, like I was just like I was in the game the whole time. There's always something going on. So like it was super easy for me to stay engaged because my mind would just wander. I'd start thinking about everything, and the next thing I know, there's a ball flying at me in outfield, and I was not thinking. Which is what happened the first time I played second base. Second base is in a very intense game. Whenever the pitcher's having a hard day and people are going through first, second base starts getting a lot of action. On this particular day, it was not. So second base wasn't getting as much action, and I found myself wandering off. I'm looking around, and then obviously I'm talking to shortstop, and my buddy's at shortstop, and we're in this big field. It's all woods now, which is beyond me how crazy it is when you think, like, you go back to a place. Yes. Like the worst type of old too, because you go back and you're like, this is where when I was a child,
when I was growing up, this was all woods.
Right. This used to be a field, and now it's oak trees, because that's exactly what it is. It's just a field. It's just a forest of trees now. And I'm like, I'm telling you, if you're from Orange, Texas, you can comment below. Now, that said, fast forward years later, it's just trees now. But we were behind there before I even had a job. I was a kid. My tooth's back. I'm like, life's perfect. I got two front teeth like everybody else in the neighborhood. We're playing baseball, and I'm running my mouth to shortstop because everyone said the only time that Jonathon didn't talk was when he was eating. I talked a lot. I still talk a lot. Well, I talk the most on this podcast, and I can't help it. But you're just a really good listener.
I am.
Yeah, you're a really good listener, and I'm a really good talker, which is why the yin yang works with us so well. That said, I'm behind, and I'm running my mouth to shortstop, and the guy behind, I don't even remember who hit the bat. I just remember it was somebody that I didn't really know that well. Come to find out, they were really good at hitting liners over the pitcher, because my buddy Renee, he dunks, and I'm like, you see movement out of the corner of your eye, and something's not normal. Like, that's not a normal body movement. Why? And by the time I turn to catch like what was going on, I get drilled in the face with the baseball, straight in the teeth, knocks my tooth out, and if by God it wasn't the exact same tooth. Like, I finally get this tooth back, and I go and knock the same one out. And we never found that tooth either. And this time it was in grass. There's no tooth. We're searching all over the place. It was way more painful than the first time.
Well, because that one, the first one was a baby tooth.
Yeah.
That one,
No, it was bad.
Up to the bone.
It was really bad. And till this day, obviously, now I have a fake tooth right in the front. But let me just tell you, there is nothing more terrifying than having to come home to your mom and say, like, what's going on? Because I was trying to hide it, like as if I would go the rest of my life without ever smiling or opening my mouth or breathing air. Because
I had a dream like that I was trying to
right.
watch the way I would talk.
Well, guess what? It took about 5 seconds because she could see the fear of God written across my face when she came home, and she's like, what's going on? What's in your mouth? What's going on with your tooth? And then lo and behold, I'm like, I did it again.
I did it again.
And she was livid. She was like, what was going on? And what am I supposed to say? It wasn't my fault. No,
you were talking, like Rachel
talking
choking
again.
to death because she's talking.
She did. She nearly choked to death in the Mexican restaurant because she was eating chips as fast as she was talking.
It happens every time we're eating. She starts talking and she's like...
That is the power of storytelling.
Yes.
Because I feel, now for those that are listening, hopefully you thought that story was entertaining. If it was, let me know if you've had a similar incident or you know someone with a similar incident, because I think it's funny. I love hearing stories about real life situations because there's certain types of humor that you can make up that are like you watch it in a movie and you're like, there's no way this would ever happen.
Listen to this one.
Go ahead.
My Aunt Pat, she said she was dating someone, and I can't tell the story like she could at all. All I know is what she told me, and I don't remember it. It was a whole long thing. Somebody proposed to her. She was dating someone that proposed to her. I think she was just really nervous, and she started laughing. She started laughing so hard that she fell off the porch.
While they were proposing, like on their knee?
Yes. And I was just thinking,
could you imagine?
The poor man.
That's worse than no.
I mean, obviously it was a no, but just the way she told the story. It was a no, though? Obviously, she didn't marry, she married my Uncle Larry.
Oh, that's... See, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid now.
She had this whole long thing, but she could tell stories so well that she had our attention. We were 6, 7 years old, just sitting there with our little feet dangling, listening to her tell stories.
But that's the difference.
She's so good at it.
Storytelling. Some people can do it, and they can do it so well. I don't know if it's cadence, rhythm, tone.
I think it's a little bit of all of it.
I think so, because I also think you just have to have the passion of the words. You don't necessarily have to have, you don't have to be the best speaker, right? But I think about Bible stories where Moses was the speaker.
You see,
and he had to.
But Moses wasn't the speaker. Aaron was.
Aaron had to speak. Thank you for correcting me. Aaron spoke for Moses. Moses had a great story to tell, but couldn't tell it, so Aaron had to speak on behalf of Moses. That said, when you think about this idea of, do you have to say it perfectly to get the message across? I don't believe that, but I do believe.
No, you have to be charismatic in the right way, and you are very charismatic.
I try to be.
You are.
Not that I try to be. I just think I naturally.
I think you just naturally are, and not everybody has that talent. But you are.
It's a good talent. It's fun. It feels good. I feel like I tell stories because I'm not just trying to make you laugh. Oh, you definitely tell stories. Yes, but I don't do it just to make you laugh. I'm like that old person. I like to make myself laugh. Even if it's just internally, I love hearing myself tell the story again because it was so funny to me then. This is why I got in trouble in school so much. I would be laughing when no one else is laughing.
You see, that's funny, but I was in trouble a lot because I was just always laughing at some idiots being idiots, and I would just laugh. I spent so much time in the principal's office.
Because of that?
Yeah, because I was laughing, not because I was really just...
You and I went to school together?
Oh no, me and you would have been in the worst
trouble.
I had a cousin that would get sent to, I didn't know, I think my teacher just didn't know what to do with him. She'd stick him in the closet and he'd just start drumming and singing
Those poor
loudly.
Kids in school. So I had certain friends in school where it got so bad, we didn't even have to talk. It would just be a look. You would just look at them, and then it would start. It was brewing.
Yeah, and everything you're trying not to laugh, and then you start just giggling and
you start making noises, and you're trying not to laugh, and then the pressure's building because your teacher's looking at you like, what? They're about to get up to no good,
or they're cheating.
Yeah, it's what's going on? And now the pressure's building. And then, my goodness, one person laughs and then it's done. You can't stop.
That's the problem for me, is that I could not stop.
I would have to start thinking about scary movies. I'm like, when was the last time I was really scared? What was I doing? Trying to convince myself that I'm not having the most hilarious moment of my life. And it never really worked out.
That's probably why I didn't do good in school, because I was too busy paying attention to everybody else.
I would get sent out of class so many times because of that.
Me too. It was me and it was between a couple of kids. We were always getting sent to the principal's office.
Yeah, but that's just kids being kids.
Yes.
Now, what I think is beautiful is whenever someone can tell a story, they don't have to be the best public speaker, but it's something about when something is genuine even if it's made up, but most of the time the ones that are real,
My
those are the
Pat's
funniest.
stories were real. That's why I think they were so funny.
But certain people can tell something that they want to tell the story so bad. Like it's such a good, inspiring story for them to tell. I think that's what makes stories the best. It's, there's something like you can feel it in the story. Just hearing it, you're like, okay, this is fantastic to listen to.
Yeah.
Now, there's other sides, like that's just the comedy side of it. I think about how powerful television and books
Certain
can be.
things are, yeah.
We talked about this the other day. Think about, we watch a movie on television. An average film's an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, today's films are about 2 hours, right? A film that we didn't know none of the characters.
Yeah.
They're all fake. They're made up. We have no connection. Prior to starting the film, we're going to have no connection. Well, to say no connection after the film, you get connected and you want to rewatch the movie.
Yeah.
But that said, an hour and a half to 2 hours goes by. Say it's a movie. We watched the Spiderwick Chronicles. Was that what we watched the other day?
No.
No, it wasn't.
It was Bridge to Terabithia.
The Bridge to Terabithia. I already had watched the movie. I knew I had.
Not me. I
tried to get you to watch this movie for years. We both just sat down and watched it, and I knew what was going to happen, and I still cried like a little baby. Like I was boo-hooing on the couch, trying to hold the tears back. The story is so good that the writing, and that's where I go back to, like, that's what I love about being an author, is that we get to write what I want to have that same ability for someone to, because I know we can do it. There's so many stories that we have floating.
Thing, and I know it probably, you probably think that I'm just biased, and that as maybe I just like you or something.
Well,
and I do, but I think that unless I'm just delusional, which is a possibility, quite delusional, but I feel like you tell stories well.
Well, I try.
I feel like you do.
I try because I like hearing good stories, and I like watching movies that tell really good stories, and I like to be able to take the things that I thought were the most successful versions of that and say, okay, that's how I want to be able to tell a story.
Yeah.
Not to just copy them, but to say, hey, within an hour and a half to 2 hours, if I were making a movie, could you write a story that way by the third act, I could have your heart so attached to a character that if I made the character die, you would cry.
Yeah.
They're not real. They won't exist today. They didn't exist tomorrow. You didn't know them before. You have no lifetime of memories, but yet a story can be told in a way that draws you so close to that character that if something were to happen to them, you cry. Like it elicits an emotion that pulls on a heartstring that shouldn't exist. We don't know these people. It's not real.
Well, I think with the storytelling being successful is you have to have relatability.
I've always believed that. I believe that is one of the most fundamental things about it, even if it's in a world of fiction. How can it be relatable?
Yeah, it has to connect, because if you don't connect, you're not going to.
But building that connection, that's what I think. There's certain people that can do it. Certain people need to write 10 books before you're connected to a character. Certain people can say it in one sentence and they got your attention.
Yeah.
They got your attention and they have you connected to a character that you're like, I don't know everything about this person, but I don't want them something bad to happen.
Yeah.
I see it there, but I also see it with a good villain. I see it in a villain that you start to root for.
I know.
I understand their darkness.
That's the adult part of us now. It's like, I hate to say it, but man, like in The Little Mermaid, buddy, I can relate to Ursula sometimes in a way that's almost shameful.
That's funny.
I know.
That's funny. But certain stories, you get so drawn into the villain that you're like, man, I understand.
In Once Upon a Time,
them.
Rumpelstiltskin.
The television show?
Yes, he was the worst. Even after you knew he was still just the worst, he was still the worst. And
Rumpelstiltskin.
But
not only that, but that
it was told so well.
The actor in general is just so good. He is so good.
He did.
I've never seen him in something where I was like, oh, he's not nearly as good as he was in Once Upon a Time. He's just as good.
Oh,
everywhere.
Really? Okay. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, we watched him recently. He was in, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher this again, but he was in Aragon. the book.
You're right, I remember.
Yes, he played
that.
like a mage or something like that. I read the book, and it's been a while since I read the book.
I remember that.
But he played one of the main characters from the book, and he had that same he did his little hands, and I was like, man, it's so Rumpelstiltskin still.
Yeah.
He played that character so well. But that's another one where his character was written in a way, and he brought it to life in such a way
I think that's
that
also
you were
another
rooting
talent
for
separate.
him. You felt sorry for him. Even before they made the story to really reveal like why he became what he was, you were already like, man, he's bad, but like I really liked him.
Yeah, he does it so well.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like the fact that I relate to villains.
But I mean, there's a reason why people root for villains, and it's intentional. And I think that, you know, it's nothing to feel sorry. Like, you should never feel like, oh, should I be concerned? No, that's because whoever wrote it also related to that villain, and they wrote the best aspects that are like the worst characteristics, but to make somebody want to root for them. That's good writing.
It's like
that's just good writing.
The Spider-Man with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Like, he was so like.
Yeah.
I can understand why he turned out the way he did, and there's so many more. Like, I just can't think of them right now. But
a lot of people didn't like that movie, but I really liked Jamie Foxx in that movie. He was good.
I don't know. I just like stuff that a lot of people don't like.
I was hoping they were going to keep making them. The actor that played as Harry Osborn in that movie, the one with Jamie Foxx, that Spider-Man movie.
Wait.
He's the guy that honestly, I wish I knew his name. Where they got the magical abilities and had to control their minds.
Oh, man,
that guy is such a good actor.
But that's a different Spider-Man you're thinking of. That's a different one.
No, same one.
No, babe.
He's the version of Harry Osborn.
No,
and that movie never continued.
It's different.
Jamie Foxx is the same
sure?
one. 100%.
Yeah, that guy was.
He crushed it.
Oh my
He's a good actor.
Goodness. Yes, very good.
And that's also with. Not only do you have to have a good storyteller, but you have someone that can pick up the pieces and also tell the story very well, which goes back to, the Moses and Aaron kind of connection. I enjoy telling stories, but I think there's something that's on a much deeper level when it comes to being able to grab people's attention. Mm-hmm. Is it to just be funny? Is it to elicit just a smile? Are you looking to pull on their heartstrings? Do you want them to have this memory forever? There's so many variables that you can think about, and certain people, they just have this ability to tap into one or all of those different facets of storytelling and pull on your heart and give you, it's a gift. You said it before, like they call it the present because it's a gift.
Today is the present because it's a gift.
Right, I love that, but I also think that storytelling is a gift, right? There's a reason why people flock to Barnes and Nobles and buy books.
Well, it is before writing was a thing.
Word of mouth.
They called it stories,
yes.
But that's how we learned our history as far as we could.
But it's a powerful feeling, and I go back to this idea that storytelling is so powerful that I could sit here with the right story that I could make up sitting right here in this chair between me and you and start to talk. And depending on who the person is that's telling a story, hypothetically, within an hour and a half, I could just make up characters. I could just start talking. And then by the end of it,
you're really good at convincing people, though, because
I'm good
you'll have Rachel very convinced that you're not even a human,
right?
And she's questioning everything.
Yes, I've done that many times.
You do it to me too.
But I also think it's a beautiful thing to be able to say it's so powerful. The words of imagination are so powerful in storytelling that I can make you laugh, or you can make someone sadly cry and feel it in their hearts.
If this is true or not, but they say that not everybody has like
interior voice.
Yeah, and not everybody has that. Apparently, I thought that's why everybody was.
I heard that a while back too.
I don't know if it's true, but I mean,
I think that.
How do you not have any envisioning it like?
So they call it the mind's eye. That's another thing that people reference. But some people don't hear like themselves talk internally. Like if they're thinking, they might not hear their voice. It's just thoughts.
I can hear different voices, but most of the time, not
the tribunal council's meeting again.
Yes, don't upset us.
Yeah,
I was just joking.
You can read something, or like say you're reading a story.
It's like a movie's playing.
And it's like a movie's playing in your forefront.
That's me.
Not everybody can do that. That's a real thing that some people hear that and they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, that's not how my
You're
brain
nuts
works.
Or something.
But it's like, I don't even know if it's 50-50. So if you're like well-versed in this, let us know in the comments below what the real statistics are, because I don't know. But I know that there's a large portion of people that do not have a mind's eye. when they read, they just read the words and they have to, they take in the story differently.
I feel like that's why they don't maybe enjoy reading as much. I feel like it has to be because, let me tell you something. I can get into a book so much better than I can get into a movie.
Right.
Because it's just different. It's just very different. It's vivid.
What you were saying just now makes sense because some people say, like, don't watch the movie first, read the book.
Yeah.
But sometimes I know that I have such a vivid imagination. Sometimes I like to watch the movie first.
I like to put a face and a voice
and then I have these, yes, exactly.
So when I'm reading the book, I have all the...
I know exactly what this character's doing, and I put a face to the character's name.
That's how I was with The Wheel of Time.
Exactly.
I like the fact that I watched the show before I started teaching the books. But not everybody's like that, but I'm like that. I'm kind of...
But that's another one where the 12 books...
I do get annoyed though sometimes if I'll read something first and then I'll envision it a certain way and then it's just not what I envisioned.
Right.
I'll accept it, but it's like at the same time it's a little bit like,
Right.
It's just not, I'm thinking, that's not so good,
Right. People are going to continue to tell stories today. They're going to tell stories until our sun loses its light. The thing is, essentially, everything that could be told has already been told. Like there's nothing
new under the sun.
It's really and truly. Think about there's so many variations of stories that are so similar. Maybe new technology comes out in the future and people have new ways to tell stories.
Is it new?
It's just different.
I don't think that it's new, it's different.
Yeah.
Because if you look back at things like in ancient Egypt, they had like batteries and stuff. It's just different. No. You laugh, but I watch a lot of that stuff.
Well, that's my point though.
On history.
Is that maybe the external factors are different in your story compared to other stories, but is there a primary protagonist, antagonist that's going to be lovable or hateable? And do they go on an adventure, or is it a story about love? There's so many stories that are just retellings, even if they're not intentionally a retelling. Somebody might be able to say, oh, I read something very similar to this. And or sometimes unintentionally, two people during the same time frame write books that don't know each other. They just have their own fresh ideas. And those books end up being so similar, you're like, oh, is there going to be a copyright issue here? Because there's nothing new under the sun, like you said. But that's
the Bible.
But nonetheless, people are going to continue to tell stories. Yeah. We're going to continue because it feels good. Like you get knowledge, you get information, you get passion, you get love, you get inspiration, you get excitement, you get fear.
Well, I think
there's
sometimes it's
so many
also
offerings
some people suffer in ways and they don't know how to cope. So building characters that you can relate to, it's like a coping mechanism.
Well, that's a good place to end this because we talked about the Crimson Mural in the beginning of this, and
you did such a.
And I put a lot of attention into the process of change from the mindset of grief on giving a character a newfound purpose. I wanted them to grow. I wanted them to go through the whole life cycle of a butterfly, of the caterpillar to the butterfly, essentially, where life is hard. It doesn't make sense. It's not fair. And then they are molded through all of the crazy of the supernatural, everything that goes into that story that people are hopefully going to fall in love with, but also life's hard challenges as well that help mold you, and then to take that and transform it into something that is beneficial.
Well, again, also out of your own experiences, you may want things to be a certain way, but if they hadn't turned out the way they did, you wouldn't be where you are now.
100%.
So at the 100%. Same time, it's like it's great. Just be grateful. Like,
yes, be grateful.
Accept the present. Let go of everything else. Yep. Accept the present. Be grateful. Take it in, and I don't know. Life is so short. You have to.
So I didn't experience the same grief and loss that Rex does in the book, but I did experience it in a way that when I go back and I reflect on the writing that I put into the book and the way I was expressing the stories, I really felt like, am I writing about my grandma here? Like I felt like my mom, which I called her my mom, I felt like I was writing as if there was just a lot of symmetry there where
I remember you always telling me stories about how when you lost her, it was.
But it wasn't intentional. I didn't sit down to say I'm writing this to make to pay homage. I just started writing, and I tapped into these.
Yeah, you lost someone that was extremely special to you.
But I didn't even know it at the time I was writing it.
But
that hurts. So many times I'd come back in here to read you a chapter, and I'm like, where did this even come from? And then the more I wrote it, I'm like, oh, I'm unlocking parts of myself that
you buried.
That I thought those, just like in the book, I thought those rooms were shut and those doors were locked and those lights were off.
No.
Come to find out, no, I still had the key. And it was a beauty to write. It's a beauty to explore.
It really is. It's a gem.
I can't wait to write it again because I get to write a different chapter of that character's life in a way that they take their grief and they turn it into something that gives them strength. And I think that always makes a great story, at least for me. Some people don't like that. They may, that's cliche. But I think that if you can take the darkness and you can turn it into your strength, I mean, what stands against you that you can't conquer?
Exactly.
And I can't wait to write the next book because it ends.
I can't wait.
Good.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to pick back up.
The Crimson Mural's coming out. I want it to come out this year. So that's my goal.
Well, then.
That's the goal. But I can't make promises because good things take time to develop.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want to make it. You don't want to be shabby with it, trying to rush the process.
Nope.
Even with the other books, like
nope. I want it to come out when it's ready to come out. So that said, this is the power of storytelling. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. Not every story's for everybody.
It's not.
But guess what? There's a lot of people that listen to it that are probably laughing and saying, that's just like me. And if that's you, follow our pages because we're going to keep making these videos. That's the goal. I want to make these videos until, I used to say till I was gray in the hair, but now that's all gone.
Well, you're gray in the beard though.
Yeah, when this beard is fully gray. But even after that, I want to continue to tell stories and I want to be able to make a podcast that people want to listen to. So stay tuned. We shall be back in another month, I would assume, with another episode of Within the Glasswood Forest.
Time permitting.
Yes. Thank you.